All right, so I wanted to show off some feature updates today. These will likely be implemented next week. That is the hope anyways. So we have them, mostly done, at least to be able to show you and get you an idea of what they look like and what they can do. So a couple pretty cool ones. We have a new feature which will allow you to lock and unlock objects, which will help when you have a bunch of objects in your scene and you want to make some of them so that you basically can't click them or can't accidentally select them. So that'll help with that. Mirroring objects. So if you have a bunch of objects on, let's say, one side of your scene and you just want to really quickly mirror them to the other side of the scene, you'll be able to do that. And then custom room options, which we've been working on for a long time. And we're pretty close to getting that finished. So this will likely either come out next week or possibly the following weeks if we need to finish up some extra things with it. But we can at least show you how that works. So we'll jump right into it. So the unlock and lock feature, let's say we'll just add a stage into our scene here. I'm just kind of on this top camera view right now. So if I'm right here and if I select this group of stage pieces here, so it's actually individual stage pieces here if I select them individually like this, but they're all grouped together. It shows me that there are 20 objects here. And let's say again that I want to lock them so that I don't select the stage accidentally. I can click this new icon over here, which will then bring up a list of different options here. The second one down says lock, so I'm just going to lock that, and then it's going to show me a list of all the objects that I locked over here. Cool. And so if I want to unlock it, I can just go ahead and hit unlock all, or I can select this and just unlock them right there, and that will remove them all there. But if I do have them locked, basically now I can't move the objects. So I can click them so that I'm able to still unlock them with this. But if I have a number of other objects in the scene, it's just not going to select that object. So hopefully that will be really nice for you. And then you could select specific objects, or you could unlock them all and maybe unlock specific objects. If you just wanted to lock, let's say, this side of your stage, now I can move this, only that section, if you will. Cool, so that's how that works. I'll lock the rest of these here. And the way that you're going to find that is it will automatically pop up when you lock objects, but you could go to the selection here and it will say objects, and that will bring up a list of objects here. If they're not in a group, when you hover over them, it will also highlight the object there. And then there's two tabs up here right now. One says images and one says objects. So it's basically your images panel you'll have over here. So you can kind of get there in two ways. You could go to images and then go over to the objects tab, or you could just click on objects and get straight there. All right, cool. So that is that. Let me go ahead and just unlock this whole thing. And I'm going to now show you mirroring. So now I'm going to select this again, and I'm going to mirror the X, which means that it's going to mirror in the X direction, which would be left to right. If I mirror Y, it's going to mirror from here to there, if you will. So the whole idea of this is that it uses these red lines right here. So this is kind of your center lines right here, and it's always going to mirror along that line. So hit mirror. It'll just take a second, and then it will create the object on the other side. It takes 1 to 2 seconds to mirror it, because if there's a lot of objects that you're mirroring, we want to ensure that it's able to go through all those objects and make sure that it creates them in the right spot. So there's just like a second or two delay there. And then you could mirror it in the Y direction, which will show up here now. So you could do that for really anything you have. You could select multiple objects and kind of have them mirror on the other side there. Cool, and so that is that. Now let's go over to the room option. So if I go into the build section here, and then this is going to look completely different from what it currently does. So you just have this green button here that says new room. If you already have a room in your scene, you'll have this blue button that says edit rooms, which will then bring up the tabs to allow you to change your things like your floors, ceilings, walls, and that sort of stuff. But if you want to create a new room now, it gives you the options to create a basic room, which is kind of what we have right now, just a basic rectangle where you can type in the dimensions of the room that you want. And then you can change things like floor, walls, ceilings, like you've always been able to. But you have this new option to create a custom room. And so in this option, it's going to ask you if you want to add a floor plan. You can add a floor plan if you want, and that will basically overlay a floor plan on there, and then you can trace the walls. I'm just going to hit no for now. From here, it's just going to tell me to draw out the walls from sort of left to right, or starting over here. So you can really start anywhere you want. Maybe if you want to start at like the back corner of the room, you might start like over here. Maybe you have some alcoves that kind of go like this. I'm just kind of freehanding this right now just as a quick example. It's going to kind of give you a measurement to tell you how the distance that you're creating these walls in. All right. And I'm just going to do a really basic room for now. Get these lines straight here. And again, if you were tracing over a floor plan, this would probably be a lot more accurate, but I'm just kind of freehanding this for now. Once I go over here, I can click anywhere around this icon here, and it's going to give me a little red button that says stop drawing. So now I'm going to click that. And now I have my new room. And from here, I have a bunch of options. So I can change the ceiling, change the floors. I can select specific walls to change the texture on a specific wall. And now I have a bunch of doors as well that I can add in. So with the doors, you actually just drag them in, and then it will show you about where it's going to add them. So I can just add in a bunch of doors wherever I wanted to. And then windows, kind of the same thing. Add in a big window right here. And from here, you can actually just click and drag the object and move it around if you want to. You could duplicate it. You could change the colors of different windows and doors to really anything you want. You could change the colors of the walls and the floors and the ceilings to really get it close to what you want. For ceilings and decor, we're adding in a bunch of extra options so that you'll have a ton of options for what the ceiling can look like and what kind of decor you can put on in your scene, if you will. So with room height right now, it will, if you have multiple rooms in your in your scene, they'll show up here. So it'll say room 1, room 2, room 3, and then basically from there you can just adjust the height of your room. You can type it in exactly. Maybe I want 20 feet, and then the lighting in each room you can select here as well. So you can change the intensity of the light in each room, and then you can go back here and adjust the floor plan if you need to as well. So pretty much all the options you would need to make the room or multiple rooms look the way that you want. So that will be really nice to have. And again, hopefully next week or the following week, this will be live. But just wanted to kind of show the options for now of what will be there. So anyways, that's it for today. Definitely let us know if you have any ideas, comments about any of the things that you saw here. And that can always help us to kind of change things, add things, things that maybe we didn't think about. So that sort of stuff. So anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next time. Thanks.